In this video, I'll be answering the question, how far back can DWP claim overpayments, and addressing some of the frequently asked questions about DWP and benefit overpayments. Firstly, some background information. The Department of Work and Pensions, or DWP, is a British government department responsible for administering an array of state benefits, including the state pension, pension credits, disability benefits, ill health benefits, and working benefits. According to the department's website, it issues benefits to over 20 million claimants. Now, what is a DWP debt? It's when you have wrongfully received a benefit payment or have been receiving too large of a benefit payment. These are known as DWP overpayments. Most people receive DWP overpayments because the DWP has not been notified of changes and improvements in their situation. The department continues paying your benefits for many months, or in some cases years, before realising that the benefit payment should have been reduced or stopped. This results in a DWP debt. Whilst the most common reason for DWP overpayments is if you didn't update the DWP on your circumstances, there are some cases where the DWP could incorrectly overpay you by their fault as well. Regardless of the situation and whose fault it was, the DWP can still ask you to pay back the overpayments. DWP Debt Management is a branch within the DWP that works to identify DWP debts and agree for the debts to be repaid. If you have a DWP debt, you'll receive a letter from DWP Debt Management. Now, how do you pay back a DWP overpayment? The DWP won't ask you to pay back overpayments in a single payment, especially if you're experiencing financial difficulty or if the DWP debt is a significant amount of money due to many months of overpayments. You can choose to pay off the overpayments in one go, or you could ask for a payment plan, so the debt is repaid over many weeks or months. The DWP can use a direct earnings attachment at any time for a previous debt. Therefore, you could still end up having to pay back overpayments that were made to you over 6 years ago. When someone dies, the DWP can ask the executor of the person's estate to repay any benefit payments that were paid out after their death. It's quite common for the DWP to keep paying some benefits after the individual has passed away, because they don't get notified of the death immediately. Moreover, the DWP can initiate a full investigation into the deceased estate to check whether they should have been receiving the benefit payments they received, and if they were receiving the correct amount. Remember, it will be the executor's personal liability to pay the DWP debt, even if the estate's monies have already been distributed to beneficiaries. So, to answer the question of how far back can DWP claim overpayments, the DWP can usually only chase you to pay back overpayments that were made within the last 6 years. Any overpayments that were made to you more than 6 years ago are not typically recovered. However, Step Change states that the DWP can use a direct earnings attachment at any time for any previous debt. Therefore, you could still end up having to pay back overpayments that were made to you over 6 years ago. If you're struggling with debt, then there are a number of options available here in the UK. Some are free to use and others will include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to learn more about the debt solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description to get started and answer a few multiple choice questions, like the total amount of debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so you can find out more and take steps towards improving your financial situation.